So, the Honorbound found themselves reuniting in the familiar Pilgrim and Scroll Tavern, where they caught each other up on each other's quests while they were away. While Klobar also bought the entire inn several rounds of drinks to keep them occupied, they learned that Marsica went to the forts near the Great Shackle to ask for aid in hunting down the Orc war chief. She succeeded in killing him by shooting arrows into both of his eyes, only to seemingly have Gorlock reach through the veil and pull him down into the Scorched Lands, saying, "I still need you." Kakira had done research and made an expedition towards the Deadwood in search of the Quiet Laboratory, which seems to house a piece of a power source named the Guardian Spark. Kakira came across a massive bird, narrowly escaping it, and also learning there is a property in the Deadwood that seems to cause sickness. Klobar spent time at his home and showed the party a stone with an interesting property. The stone, called Anchor Stone, seemed to float when Klobar waved his hand over it. Sieg and Calvio made an expedition into the Badlands in search of Ismael. They came across a massive worm in the middle of some dunes, gaining the help from some unknown ally to escape it. They continued to make their way south and encountered Poffrey Tower. At this tower, they learned it was home to a faction of orcs that follow more shamanistic ways, and they learned more about Ismael, who then made his way either to the Rotted Grove or Lake Sasso. Flint and Kakira had stayed in Andorra, learned more about the sickness that seemed to be spreading there. They learned that a group of individuals were spreading a curative that turned out to house the sickness itself. They caused those spreading the sickness to go into hiding again, though it still ravages the shanty towns and threatens to push farther into the city. They also have heard rumors that some inmates that are tasked with entering the sewers to clean are not coming back. The group went to speak with Zerf and decided to make their way towards the Deadwood and to gather the piece of the spark that lies within the Quiet Laboratory. The Honorbound stopped in Horridine's hamlet to see their newly erected fort, and Flint greeted them and showed them around their new home. Calvio then realized that the conditions had been met for the door in the catacombs to open. The 5 available members of the Honorbound went down to investigate. We left off with Calvio standing in front of the door and saying, "Open." The door then came loose and rolled to the side, and before them all is a tunnel that seems to open up at the end, seemingly into a large cavern of sorts, though the features of the corridor are hard to make out in the oppressive darkness. So, standing at the bottom of Fort Zeris, there was a little bit of a rumble as the door opened, and you would see the door shortly after behind you guys reopen, and Flint has appeared coming down.
Well, hello there.
I come walking down the stairs with a whisk that looks like there's cake batter on it or some kind of other dough-like substance, and I have like some of it in my beard, like it looked like I may have been eating it. I have an apron growing across my waist, and I'm just, "What in owlbear eggs are you doing down here?"
Owlbear eggs. I love that.
Seaga's gonna be like, "I tried to tell them. Maybe you can talk some sense into them."
Can I send Aldra down the corridor?
Sure. What kind of creature is Aldra? It's the
my
the
familiar,
owl, right?
the snow owl.
Does the owl
thing.
have dark vision?
I always forget to bring up owl stats every time. Dark vision of 120 feet.
All right. So you send Aldra down into the corridor, and before you, within the first few minutes, all you really see, I'm assuming you're looking through Aldra at the moment.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All you really see is a you see, what is it, like fitted stone, almost like this cavern was created for as far as Aldra goes, and it starts to, there seems to be like a small decline going down.
Is that about as far as it gets before I can't communicate with her?
Yeah, thereabouts. How far can you communicate with her with?
It's like 100 feet,
It's 100
and then
feet? Oh,
she
yeah.
can keep going. She can keep going, but I can't communicate with her.
Yeah. You get the sense that this cavern is going to go for a long time. It's like a tunnel that opens up into a cavern that is still... It's just a large tunnel moving down.
Okay. And there's nothing in that original room. It's just like inlaid rock.
Inlaid rock that seems to go down. It is a passageway.
Okay. Well, I'll call Aldra back, and I'll look at the party and say, well, we looked. There's not really anything in there, just a bunch of rock. It goes a really long way. I can't see all of it. We probably, unless you guys just want to go in here, it's probably something for another time.
It's at this point that you see kind of Klobar, kind of his face scrunches up slightly. And he says, Deacon Zinlin just sent me a message.
What did he say?
He says he needs help with something, but... he saw a shadowy figure coming out of the mountain north of Aurealis.
Well, that's not good.
If we can... If you wish to go down tonight, I would not be able to join you. I need to make my way either to Aurealis to speak with Zinlin or home.
I think we can put adventuring this tunnel to a different day. We would probably need to be at full strength to go down there.
Oh, bellies.
And Klobar would then start making his way up out of the keep. Or out of the dungeon, out of the catacombs.
Okay. I guess we'll follow him. And is he staying here, or is he leaving like immediately?
He is going to stay the night here. So if you guys wish to
cool.
Speak with him, he is making preparations to head out in the morning.
Okay.
What time is it?
It is currently, I would say, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
So I'll call Aldra back.
Okay.
And when she's out, I'll, I guess, look at the door and say close.
First of all, how long did you, would you have stayed with Aldra going down this cavern?
Until I couldn't communicate with her anymore, I would assume.
Okay, so if there's only
like you want like a time?
Yeah, like
yeah.
Just give me a time frame.
Yeah, it would be so I would see the 100 feet that she went and the 120 feet past that because that's her dark vision sight, and that's it.
Okay. Let me check something.
But it's dark vision, so you know it's not like
it's not super great. If she's getting into trouble, she doesn't provoke opportunity attacks when she flies. She's not quite getting into trouble, but
okay,
you would see No, it's all good. It's good to know.
Nope, I was just throwing that out there. Yep.
At the very end of her range, you see that the smooth kind of brick wall gives way to a more cavern-like cave wall.
Definitely caves. Okay.
So, you make your way back up, And you say close.
The door did close, right? Yeah.
The door has stayed open.
Oh, hell no.
Fuck.
I feel like Sega is gonna have like an annoyed tail flick and be like, I told you.
Why would you make a door that can't close?
Flint just looks over with the whisk and, like, with some of the stuff dripping off, it just points at Klobar. It's like, this is a liability.
Yes. Do we have any guards that can be posted here?
I have a few that I can probably talk to.
It might be worth having them kept here, and perhaps an alarm system created.
Can I... Can I try saying close in a different language?
Sure.
Can I try Celestial? What about Old Tongue? So Calvio's basically just like saying close in like all the languages he knows right in front of this door,
Speak
trying to get
French.
it to
know
shut.
Abyssal?
Say what?
Does somebody know Abyssal? So I believe that was part of the inscription.
Sega's like shaking his head. If it has to be opened magically, it should probably have to be closed magically.
Does somebody know?
High five, Sega.
Klobar would say that's a likely assessment.
Well, poop.
I don't think Sega would know any of the right languages.
I thought somebody knew Abyssal.
Yeah,
I
doesn't
don't know
Heaven know Abyssal, or Marsica know Abyssal?
Infernal.
Oh, we'll try that.
Okay, fine, but it's probably not going to work because I agree with Sega. Anyway, Marsica steps forward and says close in Infernal.
Stays open.
Marsica's also not the right person. Like,
Has
it
anyone
would
tried
have to be
Dwarvish?
Calvio.
And can I try to imitate what she said in Infernal?
Make me an intelligence check.
Shit. Wait, where'd it go? Where's
Has
my
anyone
dice?
tried
There it is.
Dwarvish?
Nobody's tried Dwarvish yet.
No.
I'm gonna walk up, put my hand on the door, and say close in Dwarvish.
No effect.
Just straight intelligence?
Yeah, straight intelligence.
13.
It just walks away. He's like, I tried.
I'd say that's enough to mimic.
Okay.
No effect with Infernal.
Fuck.
I try and show him Dwarvish and how to say close for a minute.
Damn it.
Leo's like kind of nervous and is like, yeah, we'll try it.
Alright. Dwarvish is an easier language. You don't need to roll for that one.
Okay.
With just
Nothing,
to
I
mimic its
assume?
sounds. Yeah, nothing with Dwarvish. Klobar would
Okay,
say...
I'm gonna walk to the other side of the door, looking out, and say close.
Oh god.
So,
Sega's gonna be like, this is not a
As
good
soon as the
idea.
door moves, if it moves at all, I have a spell prepared.
okay. The door, watching it intently, you speak close. And it stays open.
Keep putting us on that one. I was worried for a second there.
Damn it. Is there anything on the other side of the door?
It's a cavern. It's a tunnel.
Fuck.
I knew we shouldn't have opened it.
Shut up.
I agree.
All your
It's open.
intelligent players are like,
Well,
why the fuck?
Did you guys consult Flint with this at all about opening or leaving it closed?
You said you were going
You
to
were
inspect it.
upstairs cooking or whatever, and Calvio really wanted to open the door.
Calvio
I'm-
kind of said fuck it, like with the runes. just stepped on him.
You know,
Yeah.
that turned out well.
See,
No.
Aaron is very happy that there's a player like David in his group.
Well, yeah. Wouldn't be
I've
very
gotta
fun if
poke
we
the
were all
bear.
too smart.
I've got to poke the bear. David has been panicking this whole week, by the way, because he doesn't want anyone to die, but he's also super curious. Anyway, so I guess I'll walk out of the door,
Okay.
and I'll take 11 minutes to cast Alarm as a ritual in front of the door.
How long does alarm last?
8 hours.
Lasts for 8 hours. Okay, good to know.
Well,
I'll also tell Aldra to stay, and if she sees anything, like in the cavern, not at the door, like in the cavern, to keep watch, and if she sees anything, to immediately come back to me,
Okay.
I mean,
like moving.
at this point, there is a part of me that says we might as well go see what's down there because a surprise is worse than, you know, like if we just leave it and something surprises us, that's gonna suck more than at least.
Well,
This
There's-
is inside our walls.
it's underneath your fort. Klobar would speak up at this point and say that, well, due to Flint, there is a contingent of soldiers here. Perhaps we could have a good number of them. Keep guard. 10, 20, take shifts. Keep it on watch.
Sure.
I mean, I guess if it's something as magical and powerful as we think it is that could be down here,
Have we told Surf at all about any of this?
Told her about the door
But
a long time ago.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Courtney. I apologize.
oh no, you're fine.
Michael, you are a dwarf, and you should have an ability called Stone Cunning, correct?
Yes. I tried it before when we first encountered the door, but I haven't tried it in a long time.
The door is now open, and you can check out the cavern beyond it if you'd like.
Yes.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
So, you have advantage on history or investigation checks regarding stonework.
Okay, well, I have another +2 to that since stonework adds +2.
With your
And I
sure?
just rolled a normal history check to it. I didn't do it with the thing.
Okay. It should give
But
you
that'd be
advantage.
Damn.
23 then.
What is it?
Okay.
23.
23. Oh,
God,
nice.
Max
All
is
right.
falling, buddy.
Cool. So, you've heard of, let's say, doors opening up into this, let's say, these caverns that are underneath the surface world. Okay? This seems to be one such possible entrance. And
What would I know about these caverns?
you would know that there are civilizations that live under here, but likely, it seems like since there was construction that this tunnel seems to have been built. It was man-made, and so there's likely, how do I put this? What you know of Srin and what you know of architecture, it's probably a long way. It probably goes down to near those caverns, and it probably has perhaps a dungeon of sorts around there that are usually serve as like entrances to these locations.
I will relay all of this information.
we decide that there used to be like a civilization here that sunk?
Yeah.
So this could be one of maybe or potentially several entrances. Possibly.
But if there were several entrances, why was it so important for Helmina and the orcs to take this one?
Maybe it was the only one they knew about?
We would look at Flint and say, do we have any kind of budget for the fort yet?
Aaron?
Everything has been spent to create where it's at. Like, in 3 months, you guys will get another round of taxes. Basically, it's once a season.
Okay. So in 3 months, we will get another round of taxes, and it'll probably take that amount of time for the salesman that I've convinced to kind of bring trade down into our keep and do trade out of our keep out of gets fully set up and able to start making us a little money from that. At the moment, this is it, man. We're working with it.
Are there any rangers in town?
You got one right next
Other
to
than
you.
Marthica?
Yeah, but one that
Me!
I don't want dead.
Oh.
It's a
Oh, so you want an
lamb.
expendable?
There are
Well, when you
woodsmen.
put it that way,
You can
I just-
can search for woodsmen.
I just want to hire somebody to go down there, stay out of sight, see what the fuck is there, and come back.
We need to put a century of guards down here. Hold this entrance.
I can make some wards as well that we can place in front of or near the entrance.
Thing about it is, we don't know exactly what's down here.
It'd have to
Klobar
be a
would
very
say-
vague. ward.
Klobar would say that, like, you could just place a ward in anything that doesn't speak its passphrase. It will cause it to go off.
Let's do that. I can also
idea.
do that.
I can't do that tonight, but in the morning I would be able to make that
So, the alarm will be
I can do
here,
both.
Aldra will be here for tonight. And then if we do the wards in reasonable places, then keep some guards not near the wards.
Well, if we tell them the passphrase, we can set up multiple checkpoints for it. And we can make it so that, you know, if we're dealing with any kind of intelligent animals or creatures, we have a contingency.
So doesn't the passphrase have to be spoken?
Yes, it does.
So do you want a whole bunch of guards speaking the passphrase in the place where we don't want people coming from?
Well, I was thinking if we have a cycle of, say, 3 or 4 scouts that can go out and continuously explore a little bit, and we have another little sentry of guards that sit at the doorway and make a little camp down there almost, then there's only those 3 or 4 that will actually ever have to speak
So-
the passphrase.
Is this like hallway, open room, hallway?
It's like hallway, and then it opens up into a bigger hallway tunnel. There's not
What
a room
about
behind
before
this
the
door. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. There's
And
not a
then
room
before
behind
the door is still
Before
just kind
the
of
door
hallway
is
down
your
to it?
room. Is the room? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We could also, instead of having them say it, we could get a piece of like parchment and just write it, and everyone could read it, and then
Well,
burn
they'll
it.
still have to
We can
say it
put
to
it on the
cross
door.
glyph.
We
I
could
just
what,
don't want
other-
them saying it, because being sneaky, if anyone else sneaky on that side comes up and they just listen for a minute and see people come in and say the same words every time they come and go, it's
Well,
not
they
going
can
to take...
whisper it extremely quietly. It
We-
doesn't necessarily say how loud they have to say it.
We can close the door to this room and put a ward on that door, and they can just not open it.
But someone's
So the-
got to open the door.
Well, the guards can be stationed on the other side, so nobody has to come back in here. Kind of removes the need for a password. I mean, we can still
Yeah.
put one on so we can get back down there, but we don't have to tell the guards. Just Nobody
We
can
could put
come
like
into
a
this
whole bunch
room.
of wards in the hallway.
Yeah, I say we randomly place some wards in the hallway. Like, take some time tomorrow to do it. And
Or just fill the room we're in with wards, put one on the door so everything outside is safe, but anything in this room would have
Does a
trouble.
ward magically lock a door?
No, you would need arcane
No,
lock.
but if
for that.
someone were to touch it without saying the password, it would go off and blow them up or, do whatever it's
Okay.
supposed to do.
So let's leave some soldiers in here tonight. Tomorrow, unless you want to do wards now and tomorrow.
I can't.
I could do 3, but that'll take 3 hours away from picking.
Okay. We'll do wards tomorrow, I guess. Maybe. I think it's probably okay if we just leave the soldiers, though, don't you?
We should still
Like
leave them.
if it's a large contingent of soldiers, it's probably fine, right?
No less than 5, I'd say.
Oh no, it'd be like 20.
Very well.
You would have 40
I don't know if I
at
have
your
that many.
You would have 40 at your service. In here, it's it's like one small battalion.
Okay, well let's just do 10 and have them rotating. So
Yeah.
there will be 10 spread out. So like the door at the top, but before we come in, the door where we're at, and then lining the hallway. That way,
Sure.
if something happens at the far end, they'll know, hey, shit's going down, and can get word before anything crazy happens.
Cool.
All right, is that what?
And
you
we'll
guys
tell
wanted?
them that.
I'll proceed to the head guard and go talk to him.
All right.
Aldra is still here, and my
The
alarm is
spell
still there, though.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is there anything that Siga or Marsica wanted to say in this interaction at all?
Marsica's sitting and fidgeting with some weird food.
All right,
And,
sounds
like-
good.
Appropriate.
Some weird what?
Food.
Food.
What kind of food?
An MRE.
Oh,
Bagged food.
I thought like in game Marsico was fiddling with food, and
That's
if it
what
was
he's
like some
trying.
weird food, Flint's gonna walk up and he's gonna take like a perfectly preserved cupcake out of his pocket and just hand it to you.
What?
And be like, eat something real.
Appreciate it.
Perfect.
He
Perfectly
internally is gonna be
preserved.
like, I want a cupcake. But he would never say that out loud.
Was there anything that Siga wanted to say in this?
No, I don't think so. Siga was trying to think of if he would be able to pull anything up of his sleeves regarding or anything like that, but he's just probably not going to sleep well tonight.
Okay.
Same.
So, unless there's anything else you guys want to do, you make your way up. Flint speaks with the leader of the guard, and there is going to be a rotating watch of at least 10 guards at a time down there. The guard captain would ask if you want this to stay on the down low.
Yes.
Says he
Yes.
will not be able.
Extremely top secret information. High executives only.
Classified.
He's gonna say if the guards know about this, the ones that are coming in and going out, they also serve as protecting the town. Word will get out.
It's true. Can't have that many keep a secret.
I
We
can
make
impress
them
upon
sign
them.
waivers.
Non-disclosure agreements.
Oh my god. I can
They're not
impress
gonna
upon
sue.
them the importance of this, that it's probably nothing. But there will be talk.
What will it take to make not talk?
I don't know if it's possible.
Just you can't tell a secret you don't know.
Very well. Do not tell us then what is down there, and we will just watch it. Make sure nothing comes up.
Tell them it's where I'm keeping my prized and magical cooking, because it's down near the tunnel and the cool from the earth helps preserve it.
Make me a persuasion check. Or make me a Are you trying to deceive him, or are you trying to get him to deceive his guard?
Both.
Okay, make me a deception check. Then.
Oh,
God damn it.
Persuasively deceptive.
What do we got?
Can I do a persuasion check instead?
No, it's a deception if you're trying to deceive him.
Well, I'm trying to convince him of this. That's persuading.
But it's a lie. This is not the reason why the door was opened.
Well, I mean, he knows that there's a hole down there.
I'm not gonna budge on the deception. That's good. 14 is enough with him. He's like, he kind of furrows his brow, but he's buying it. He doesn't know anything about cooking or why you would need something to be cold, but he's like, okay, and he will tell his guards, and with whatever degree of success that.
They're my prized ingredients. All right.
Calvio's gonna like lean over as soon as he leaves and goes, There's nothing in there.
Not yet, my friend. Not yet.
There was a bit of a cold draft coming from that tunnel, by the way.
It's just gonna make your food cold.
Sika's gonna mutter something about Calvio being a dimwit.
What just happened? My internet took a crap.
Oh,
I said that Sika would have muttered something about Calvio being a dimwit.
oh no.
is Calvio still muttering like about the cold and the food and everything?
I mean, you would have heard him, probably.
Let me just tell you, I'm onto something extraordinary. I don't want to say anything because it may ruin, my possible success at this. But if I succeed, I'm going to change this world one mouth at a time.
Next Top Chef.
Calvio just looks at him like, oh, okay.
You look at Flint and he's like staring off at like the top of the wall and he's like lost in like a daydream, just like he's got his hand up and everything. He's like
Calvio is very lost at what you're saying, but okay.
Kakira's just gonna like tap Calvio on the back and be like, don't worry, everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah, I hope so.
As Klobar is also beginning to walk into the fort, he seems to be bothered very much by what Zinlin said.
Preoccupied.
I walk up to Klobar and I'm just, don't worry, friend. I will send you food regularly. You will not starve because you are away from me. This I swear it. I like hold up the whisk triumphantly, just like.
Amazing.
How are you
Flint's
gonna
energy
send
today.
him
On
food?
point.
I will find a way, brother. Don't you worry.
Klobar, his spirits lighten up a bit, and he says, "Oh, thanks. It'll probably be needed." And he like pats his belly.
But like looks him up and down and like, yeah, trust me, you do need it.
Hey, I'm more of a bookish type.
Worm still eats, friend.
He just nods.
I guess we'll go.
Do you guys make your way into the fort?
I'll take a long look down the door before we leave, and then leave.
All right. Making your way up, you head into your new home, and it is yours. You can make your dinner, have Flint make some food for you guys, or whatever y'all want to do. The evening is
Flint
yours
food.
to do.
Flint is going to prepare a feast for our reunion. He's been working on it all day. He's got all sorts of smoked meats that he's had the local hunter acquire for him. He's got elk and boar and all sorts of goodness. I mean, like, this is a feast for like 30, 40 people that he's trying to prepare.
All right. So,
Oh God, are we inviting anyone? Is this just for us? Shit.
it's up to you guys. Are you inviting anybody else?
That probably eats enough for like 3 of us. So
Oh, I'm inviting like every head figure in town.
Sure. Let's do it.
The savior of Horadines has returned. We must celebrate our glorious reunion as once again we prepare to vanquish the evil that rises.
Let's do it.
All right. So you guys take the evening to get ready, and become presentable. Get yourselves cleaned off, and heading into your dining room of sorts. A few hours pass, and the fort is lively.
Oh, I invite my whole family too.
All right. So,
Well, there's a whole bunch of dwarfs that are here that I brought down with me. I think it was like a total of like 14 or 15 family members that I brought down, I
thought it was
think.
only like 8.
Well, I thought with their kids and stuff.
Oh, with
yeah.
the kids. Yeah. So, you see is like the Fireforge family kind of comes in and crashes. There is 3 different couples, and then they have kids of their own. Old man Horadine makes his way in to become a part of the feast, as well as making me go back to the people who live in Horadine's hamlet.
They're important. I
Long
will
time
not
ago.
forget them.
Yeah. Travel to Andorra. There we go. The Haverdines show and the Strauns show. You see that Joran Strawn and Bryn Strawn are sitting around partaking, and these are the owners of the inn. And then Boris and Brea are different farmers of the town that bring in a lot of yield. And you guys have a feast. Flint brings out food. You have a few servants that kind of help you. And make sure
for
that
each
everybody
guard that
fed.
is on post, I'm going to take time to make sure I give them a plate of food and a half cup of meat.
And a half cup of meat. They would
Yep.
definitely appreciate
Enough to
that.
give them the taste while they eat their food, but not enough to do anything to them.
The ones downstairs?
Yep.
There.
Okay, cool. So they are definitely appreciative and thankful. Is there anybody you guys would like to approach and speak with in your dinner party?
I feel like saying hi to Horadine wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah, we should probably chat with Horadine.
Are all of you going to go speak with Horadine?
One's dishing out rations to all the guards on duty. All of them.
No,
You're gonna-
Sega
but-
should
but-
go in for this one.
All right.
Sega doesn't know Horadine, so
Leo definitely will.
yeah.
Okay. What is Kakira doing in this?
Probably sticking with Siga.
Okay.
Buddy.
So,
Yeah.
while Flint is off making sure everybody is fed, and Klobar is sitting on a lounge chair in the corner, looking through his spell book. The 4 of you make your way to speak with Horadine, who is sitting at the table, looking a little curmudgeonly, eating his food.
I'll go sit down across from him
Mm-hmm.
and say, well, what do you think about all of this?
It's a
I'll
lot.
be right back. While this is going on.
Sounds good.
It's a bit much, yeah, but it's a good change.
Oh.
Better than orcs.
Better than orcs. But there's more people
And you've got
here.
food.
Aye, the free food is nice.
And protection.
But I have to deal with more people.
Yeah, well, people will be people. Right. Well, something had to give.
Yes. I'm not sure if I'll be here for long. I might strike it out somewhere. Create another small space.
What if we made you like a quiet place in the woods close by where we could, still help you out?
I've already built a fence around my house.
Yeah.
What if you help me build a bigger fence? Keeps everybody out. Nobody can see my yard. Nobody can see my house. Just leave me alone.
We can chat about that. I'm sure the Fire Forges would be more than willing to help you out with that. Are you sure you really want a fence that high?
Yes. If I'm gonna stay here, I'm old. I don't want to leave, but I also don't want to see or be around people.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. Okay. As much as you've helped us by just being, gracious and letting us come through here and, build the fort, I think the least we can do is build you a fence around your house.
Just make it bigger.
Big fence.
Big fence.
The biggest fence. The fence like no one has ever seen before. It will be huge.
Horadine is like, much like how Flint was looking off into the distance earlier, Horadine is now looking off into the distance, just imagining his fence.
Hilarious.
He's like, so, why did you all come speak to an old man such as me?
Well, it is Horadine's hamlet.
Is it still, though?
I think it will always be Horadine's. Maybe not so much a hamlet, but Horadine's.
A new name might be in order. Like the hamlet ring of it, though.
It's not much of a hamlet, though.
Not with your big-ass fort.
Hey, we discussed this.
He's just like
I just want you to know that I didn't forget about our conversation that we had, and I'm not trying to take advantage of the people here or the land that our fort is on.
He just nods. And he looks over the four of you, kind of addressing you all, and he says, as grumpy as I am, you all seem to have a good head on your shoulders. You've protected this place more than once. And I'm also tired of people coming to me when there's problems. I get to just be an old man. Are you looking to, actually make this a proper village of sorts? This fort you've made, with a keep, people see it as protection. You will have people moving here, making their steads. The more you shore up that, and he says this, the bigger this place will get. Be warned. There are capricious spirits in these woods, taking too much from the land without proper bargains. May
Who would we need to be
The issue.
bargaining with?
No. I haven't had to make any bargains because we've been small. I've seen a small satyr fellow on the outskirts of my town.
Eric?
Haven't met him. That might be his name.
Yeah, we've seen a satyr a few times.
Does he
Cool
look
dude.
drunken?
He often has a flask.
Yep.
Sarek. All right.
And Horadine will then look at both Kakira and Siga and address them and say,
What do you want from all of this? You're the quietest in this bunch.
I didn't think that Siga and Kakira went over there. And we
"Oh,
can,
I
but
thought
didn't
you
think that
guys
we
did. I was under the impression that you
Just
did."
me and Marsica.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I thought they just went up there. Sorry.
Okay, cool.
Sorry.
No, you're totally fine. That's my fault. That's my fault. So what are Kakira and Siga doing at this point then, while they're having this conversation?
Oh yeah. I feel like Siga is a little, I don't know, almost overwhelmed by the just by the crowd. So he's just kind of standing on the edge. He might go pester Klobar
Okay.
and tell Kakira we should go see if he's doing okay, since he seems to be so preoccupied before he leaves.
Sure. As
Kakira-
you, go
Oh.
for it.
Kakira was thinking about checking out her room. 'Cause we haven't actually been in them yet.
Mm-hmm. So, which would you like to do first? If you guys are staying together, if you're splitting up, then we can.
I don't know, Kakira, did you want to talk to Klobar at all?
Yeah, we
Or-
can chat with Klobar.
Okay.
Klobar is
Go talk with
currently.
him.
Klobar is currently sitting in this little area over here, in
Oh,
where
perfect.
all of your guys' living quarters are, and he seems to be
Oh, okay.
propped up against this chair, looking through and reading through his spell book. And as you approach, he says,
Oh, so, what can I do for you?
I feel like Siegel kind of look at Kakira and then look back to Klobar and say, we just kind of wanted to make sure you're okay. You seem a little preoccupied.
I am nervous. I've grown accustomed, and I've grown fond of traveling with you all. But my first priority is to my home and to Deacon's Inland. If whatever this is proves to be a threat, I'm heading to Aurealis to aid him. But if it proves to be a threat, I'll be making my way back to Ubask. I'm not sure exactly what this means. The talk of a shadowy figure is that burst from the mountain flying.
Oh,
I'm concerned.
that's definitely concerning. It was just a short message, so that's all you really know right now, right?
That's all I know at the moment. All I know is that
Well-
Aurealis is beginning to shore up defenses with what we told Deacon's Inland previous.
Well, I know I can probably speak for all of us and that we'll miss having you around. But please do take care of yourself and feel free to send us messages from time to time.
Oh, don't worry, you won't get rid of me so easily. I will be sending my regards.
We would hope so.
I'm not there, but ha!
Well,
Just-
perhaps we'll cross paths again in Aurealis.
Yes.
I'm sure we'll get there eventually.
and he would also then address Kakira in saying,
I still don't understand why you eat birds sometimes. You are a bird.
Fantastic.
I know I won't see you for a while, but you're just gonna have to keep wondering on that one.
Very well. Feel free to sit with me. I am looking through my spell book to see if I'm missing anything. So when I go to Aurealis, I know what my first priorities are. And so you are welcome to sit.
I feel like Siga has never thought about the bird thing before, and so he's gonna be kind of like lost in thought for a moment. Like a little distracted.
Are you looking at Kakira while you're thinking, or are you like looking away?
No, he would not be that obvious about it.
"Oh my
No,
god."
but he'd just be like, huh.
Would Kakira notice that Siga's like at the bird
Not
comment,
paying
Siga like
attention.
just like starts zoning out.
Make me an insight check. I'll say DC 13.
Okay. Crap. I
do we
don't
got?
think I get it. Even with 12, I get a +8 to insight.
Oh man, just miss. Like Siga's definitely thinking about something, but you're not. You haven't put two and two together. Like what's going on?
Fantastic.
That's amusing.
So.
Siga will like table that one.
All right. So you're inspecting your rooms, right? The rooms have not been claimed yet, so you guys don't know. I don't know whose room is which. Basically, each of these rooms are set up very similarly. Each one has a small bedside table, a bed, and a chest to keep your belongings. You are welcome to decorate your room however you wish, claim a room, and keep note of which room is yours. So it's
Is
pretty much
there a
blank
room
slate right
that
now.
we had built in near the kitchen?
There is not a room
That is
built near
something
the
I would
kitchen
have
at the moment.
requested for sure.
That can be an addendum.
Okay.
That can be an easy addition with what this looks like. Let me look at here. We can add another room. They'd have to break down the wall made and add it. It would probably be like 500 gold pieces to be able to like break that out, reuse everything, and then create that space.
All right.
So,
So,
if I would know.
who? I guess who's sleeping in the big bed?
That's Calvio's room.
Yep.
Which
I
means we have
have-
2 empty rooms.
Oh, I guess Michael wasn't here for the tour of it.
Even though I'm the one who was here and oversaw everything.
you.
He was the one that gave us the tour, but he wasn't
your-
actually here.
Yeah, your character gave the tour, but you weren't here. So opening it up, this is the throne room area here where Calvio and the rest of the Honorbound are to sit and take citizens whenever they hold court.
Okay.
To the right is a den area, a kitchen here. And I was assuming that's where Flint would spend most of his time.
Yep.
This area is the quarters of the Honorbound. You will now have 2 open rooms between the 2 of you guys, and these 2 can house whoever you want as far as guests that come in to stay, and you can delineate which is which. Up here is the treasury for collected taxes and such. The room of the Duke. I keep forgetting what title we came up with, but
Duke is fine.
okay. And then there is a small library here, and outfit station, as well as a table with a map of the continent for the Honorbound to plan at. So that's the basic rundown of the space. And
Alright, so
also,
I'm guessing while I've been here, I've been staying at the Fireforge estate that's built a little way from the fort.
if that's what you wanted to, you of course you can stay wherever you'd like.
That's a long way to walk.
You probably would have been staying there as soon as the fort was made. Then.
Alright, then I will say I've been staying in this one.
Which room? That one there. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me mark
That
that
makes the most sense.
as Flint's room.
Closest to the kitchen. Makes
Yep. That's what I was trying to go for.
sense.
Okay. Oh God, did it not? Okay, cool. So Flint, that's Flint's room. We'll move that there. Whoop. And then, as everybody else gonna claim rooms right now, we can do that right now. Who's claiming that one?
Siga.
Siga's claiming
Oh,
that.
Oh.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
But I think Siga and Kakira get first pick because we were the ones who are currently there.
Yep. So, which one is Siga claiming?
One of the back ones.
One of the back
Top
ones.
and bottom. Yeah.
We'll do the top
If
one because that's
Marsica
where
really
your name's
wants
at.
the top one. Okay.
Where's Marsica?
I'll take this one.
No, hey, hey.
I mean, Kakira's
I
there
wanted
first.
this one, and Seeker got that one, so now I want this one.
But Kakira's already-
Kakira's there first.
Damn
It
it.
is, there is still two big rooms.
Kakira wants that room.
All right.
Oh, well.
Sorry,
This is
Heaven.
big.
I'll be in the front.
All right.
Okay.
Cool. There we go. You guys have claimed your rooms. Feel free to decorate them however you want by getting the whatever decorations and such you guys find along the way. And then
One wall I have already completely pinned with papers of partial recipe ideas and like ideas for like all sorts of variations to certain recipes and like
Okay.
there's some organization to it, but it kind of looks like a crazy madhouse if you
It's
just
like-
walk by.
It's like that meme from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah,
like
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, all right, you guys have claimed your rooms. Panning back over to Marsica and Calvio. Is there anything else you guys would like to say to Horadine? No?
I think we're okay.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Just leave him in peace and
Leave him
to
in
eat
peace.
his food.
He's grumpy
Yeah.
because the general gist is he's grumpy because there's more people, but he's also happy because he's not the guy people go to if there's a problem now.
Yep,
Um,
sounds good to me.
So, the night eventually calms down.
All right, I'm gonna play a song to end the night. Whenever you're deciding to do that,
Oh God, what are you playing?
I'm just playing a little tale that I've written about what we've accomplished in the last few months, and then just like pretty much a tale of happiness and good fortune for the
Oh.
coming season to come, and hoping that like we all continue to grow and be happy together.
Oh, okay. Well, that's nice. I didn't know if you were actually gonna play music or if you were.
No,
Oh,
No.
okay. Doing a performance check.
Damn.
Is this before everybody leaves the?
this is like as I see everything dying down and people starting to get ready to like go. There's like I come in and do this.
All right. So
It's a
Flint,
22 for performance.
Oh yeah. Flint comes out to the den while everybody is starting to calm down. Gives this fantastic rendition, speaking about the future and all the other things that you talked about, and the people who are in attendance all raise a mug and say to Horadine and to the Honorbound. They chug it back and set it down.
Goal is to win the hearts of the people here. That way, like, they're totally cool with us blowing up this place into like a little fort / like hot spot to come by, you know?
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, that's pretty smart.
Yeah. So, do you all, as the night continues to die down, do you guys all head to bed?
I work on dishes and make sure that kitchen is spotless, and then I go to bed.
All right.
This is my personal kitchen, pretty much. I gotta make
Yeah.
sure it is sparkling.
Fair. No
right.
judgments there.
All right. So, you all find your way to sleep. Some better than others. Whoever is able to sleep soundly with knowing what has been opened underneath you. And Siga, your dreams seem to be fixated on a sort of shadowy figure, winged. Not sure, but the words from Klobar seem to be ringing with you.
Very imaginative dreams.
People keep calling me, and I don't want them to.
Very vivid dreams.
Yeah. So, you guys all wake up in the morning. I'm assuming Flint's already up making breakfast for everybody.
You know it.
And,
Good chef is always last to sleep and first to rise.
yeah, it's true. You wake up, food is prepared, and you guys, the day is yours. What are you doing? There were no issues in the night from the alarm spell.
All right.
Marsica's chilling at the breakfast table, just like eating whatever Flint made, and petting her little wolfie.
Petting the wolf, yeah.
I did make extra little pile of bacon and sausage for Wolfie.
Oh, good. Fang's gonna love it.
All right.
He's just like,
Dang.
Dang, that's right. I couldn't
his name.
remember his name for a
"Fang
minute.
just for a minute too. It's okay." I was like, he's up. Oh,
Oh, dang it.
All right.
Calvio's gonna go check in with the guard captain before he eats.
All right.
When Flint sees you heading that way, and you see 2 dishes already prepared, and I was like, oh, like ask you to take these to the guards that are there.
Calvio's like, okay, and he's like, and then walks off with it.
You head down. The guard captain is coming out of the catacombs, also seemingly to have checked in on the shifts throughout the night.
Okay.
Is there anything you'd like to say to him, or you're waiting for his report?
Just waiting for his report.
Holding
He said,
2 plates of food.
holding 2 plates of food. He's.
Yep.
Do you hand him the
Continue.
food?
Flint says this is for the guards, and I hand him they've massive plates of food.
Oh, they'll
Like,
appreciate
just a
this.
whole one plate is like all eggs, and the other plate is like all bacon and meat.
Oh my god. So he's kind of like holding it, and he's like, okay. Like he's very much used to this by now. And he addresses you and says, nothing really strange coming from the cavern as of yet. Cold air. Some drops of water, sounded like. But other than that, all seems quiet.
Hope it stays that way. Listen,
So
while
do-
we're gone, I mean, you're close to these soldiers. Whatever you think is best for this guard, I'll trust you to make those decisions until I get back.
if this regiment proves to be too taxing on the guard, I would probably pull it back to 5 a night. But if you believe that the danger is that great, I will push them.
We're just worried.
Understandable.
If it stays like this, we can definitely talk about it. But for the moment and for the time being, I'd rather leave it this way. And I mean, at the end of the day, it's better than orcs knocking on the door every day.
He definitely nods at that and says, "When will you and your company be back?"
Hopefully not too long. How far is where we're going?
It's about since you're going through the mountains, it's about
Where are we going?
The Deadwood.
You don't know.
Surprise!
We haven't really discussed, but we were headed to the Deadwood.
Yes.
On our way down here, so we were stopping here because it was a better choice to go down to
Yes.
Horadin's Hamlet than going the other direction we could have
Correct.
gone.
So,
Okay.
traversing through the woods and up through the mountains down to the Deadwood, it will take you about 4 days of travel.
One way.
One way, 4 days, just because of how difficult it is traveling through the mountains.
So I'll tell the guard. Hopefully, a little over a week, maybe in a week and a half most.
Very well.
Hopefully it won't be that long.
Do you have a location just in case something goes wrong? We may send a raven.
We don't have like a specific place we're going, right? It's just Deadwood.
Deadwood.
Yeah, we're heading to the Deadwood.
Very well. I will send, if it does come to that, I will request aid from Andorra.
I'll give him a general, the gist of what direction we're going, so he's not just like, oh, the Deadwood,
Yeah. He said regardless, he'll say that's not enough to go on for a raven, so he'll send for aid from Andorra.
Okay.
All right.
Enjoy your breakfast.
He nods. He's kind of like would salute, but he has 2 plates in his hands, and then makes his way down back into the catacombs. Is there anything else you guys would like to do before trekking out of Horadin's?
Placing wards.
Wards.
Placing the wards. Who is going to go place the wards and how many?
I've got
Me.
3.
Okay.
I also have 3.
Are you each going to place 3 wards in that singular room? Or how are you placing
Look,
them?
if anything comes in or out of that room, we want it not there.
Okay. So
And
all
we
of
are
them-
going to give extreme, excessive warning, and even we will temporarily, bar the door from the inside after we're done, or find a way. I don't know. We can't really do that, but try and make it 100% known that no one from our side goes in there to explore for any reason.
Of course. Are you giving them any
Or
of the
dead.
passphrases?
Huh?
Are you giving them the passphrases?
I feel like we should give only the guard captain just one.
Yeah, just the guard captain,
Okay,
and
just the guard captain.
tell him not to go in there.
All right.
And then it's top
Have it written
secret.
down?
What is the passphrase? I will let Kakira decide.
Oh,
Otherwise, it'll be a food item.
I was about to say banana pancakes.
see,
Oh my
what was that thing you said earlier? It was like I can't remember, something pancake eggs or something like that.
Oh,
Pancake eggs.
owlbear eggs.
Yeah, owlbear eggs.
All right, I'm okay with that being the passphrase.
All right. The passphrase
I mean-
for these wards are owlbear eggs. What was that, Siga?
I was just gonna say, do we want to write this down, or is that too dangerous if it falls into the wrong hands? Or would
We
they not understand because we just wrote down elder eggs on a scrap
I
of paper?
think we should just tell the captain that. Like, I feel
Okay.
like he should be able to remember it, being a guard captain and whatnot. And he's the
One would
one that
hope.
we designated to be in charge of all the guards coming in and out of our fort. So he's the only one who's not really going to be leaving a whole lot.
Well, then should we make sure, just in case, to tell him to not repeat it out loud?
Well, he has no reason to go in there.
Yeah,
It's
we just
kind
need to
of
have
like a
guards on
just
the
in
outside of the
case.
door.
So nobody goes in that room.
Period.
Okay.
That's
I
the
mean, that
plan.
sounds good to me.
All right. The guard captain nods, kind of furrows his brow at the. I'm assuming you're telling him the passphrase.
I make sure we're alone,
Okay. Yeah. Of course.
and I make sure that that he can hear me. It's like the catacombs are completely off limits. No one is to enter there. At least a minimum of 2 guards need to be standing outside to make sure no one enters. If anyone enters there, they will die. There is a way to deactivate this, only in an extreme emergency.
It's kind of
Only
like-
you will know this. It is a phrase. You have to remember it.
Very well.
The phrase, Flint kind of looks around and in a somewhat hushed tone, is owl bear eggs.
He stifles a laugh. He's like, "Of
Flint kind of
course."
nods. He's like, if it's funny, you won't forget it.
Very well, steward.
And so you've let the guard captain know, and you
Mhm.
guys place your wards. You place a total of 6 glyphs of warding in this room, all lined up, I'm assuming, leading into this cavern.
I'd say very strategically placed.
Yeah,
so that
somewhat
something
scattered
would
in
not be able to
space,
get
like-
in there and avoid, like
Of course,
they
Yeah.
would have to go over at least one ward.
you
if
would
they're in
you would
there.
know with how small the room is. That's very easily done, especially if you're placing 6 glyphs of warding in here.
And I think
Okay.
we want 5 in the room and 1 on the door.
One on the door. Okay.
1 on the
Yes.
door, and then we will
Wait,
lock the
if they
door.
can the guards not go in there if there's one on the door?
Well, nobody's going in there. They're gonna
Okay,
stand
I-
outside
That's
that
the way we
room.
want it.
I informed the guard captain that he must utter this phrase before trying to open the
Okay.
door.
Yep, you guys got it. Do the thing.
Okay.
And so we'll lock the door so people can't accidentally open it and accidentally get deaded.
Get dead.
Sounds
deaded.
good. All
'Cause
right.
that's exactly what would happen.
Yeah.
The room in which you so long ago fought a demon is now covered with glyphs of warding, leading from the now opened door to the entrance to that room. I don't think there's any other preparations that you guys need to make. Unless there's anything you'd like to do, you can start making your way out of the fort.
Let's
Just
do
make
it.
sure we have all the food and stuff we need to make this journey safely and back.
Yes. What kind of supplies are you looking for?
Enough rations for me to be able to cook at least 1 or 2 special dishes.
Okay. Make me also an intelligence check.
Oh, great. Alright, that's not bad.
What'd you get?
Well,
12. I'd say that's just enough to think about this. You're climbing mountains. Does anybody have climbing gear?
I
Kakira
have a
has
riding
wings.
ram.
You have what?
Fighting gear sounds great.
What type of Marsica probably has some stuff for that.
Do you have?
would imagine.
So, climbing gear is very specific, and it has like harnesses and like pitons and things like that. That help. So you guys may have similar things in your packs. And Kakira can also make me a history check to see if she can remember if it can be done without climbing gear.
Marsica would go ahead and get some anyway, just to be safe, because that's something I feel like she
that
would
sounds badass.
to hold on to.
Kakira would definitely remember. 25.
Hell yeah,
Okay.
nice.
I mean, it wasn't that long ago.
No, it wasn't. Climbing gear 5.
Be sad if
Double
she
check
did
this.
remember.
Climber's
I
kit.
mean, you never know with Kakira.
How is Flint getting over this?
Yeah. So
Sika
How-
can help.
yeah.
Okay, does my ram have climbing or anything?
Your RAM
God, about
has
your
I think your RAM has since it would be a giant ram, it should have a
Yeah.
climbing speed. Like you could have a giant mountain goat for that spell, so that would help you out a lot with this.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. So that'll save you. Okay, because
Yeah.
it's 25 gold. It's 25 gold per climber's kit. And it includes gloves, pitons, rope, and all sorts of other stuff just in case.
So, if we already have a rope and piton,
You could
One
make
pit.
do with those, but the DC will be higher because you don't have the gloves and the whole gear, like the harness and stuff. It,
Can Marsica just
it lowers the DC from just like free climbing. So you have something.
Can Marsica just go ahead and buy a couple for all of us? Like,
Sure.
buy enough for all of us? Because
There-
she's the adventuring one, and she's the one who would know that it's
Yeah.
better to have this equipment.
This.
That
this
is
Kakira can help fund that.
Oh, okay. And Kakira also has wings, so it's not as much of an issue for Kakira.
It's for everybody else.
Yeah, this merchant that Flint had brought 4 climbers kits with him.
Okay, cool.
How convenient.
So, how long is it gonna take for us to like climb? How long are we gonna be climbing for?
Depends on how well you roll with your athletics checks and things. Depends on which route you take going through. Kakira would know with a 25 the easiest route to go with that. So it's not, unless you guys roll terribly on your climber's check, with the route that Kakira is telling you, there are 2 different spots in which you're going to need to use the climber's kit to climb up, and then the climber's kit then again after a certain point to rappel back down.
Gotcha.
Right? So,
So-
and that'll be like within a day or so of each other.
So the 4
Okay.
kits are gonna be enough, right? Like the stuff is all like lead climbing. We can just grab that stuff and keep moving.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
So
I
you
was
got-
just curious because I could always wild shape into something, and so I was trying to figure out if it would be like enough time.
Oh,
'cause I can stay
how
informed
much
for, like-
can you? For like
3 hours.
3 hours.
At a
That
time.
would be pretty close. That would be enough time for you if you transform into an animal that naturally climbs. Like if you transform into a mountain goat or something, then
Right.
it would be a lot quicker for you. So,
Okay.
yeah. But I don't know if you've ever come across a mountain goat, so you'd have to find one and study it for an hour to be able to do
What
that.
if? Can she study the one that I summoned?
It's magical. I probably would. I would not allow that because it's like then you could just summon creatures. And
That's
Would I
broken.
have to,
Yeah.
like find it in a book kind of deal? Could
I would have
read
you
about
roll
it?
for. I would have you roll for that. Like it's possible, but it's hard.
That's fair.
You know.
Okay.
So
So like on our journey, I could find a mountain goat
Yeah,
and just
on your
like
journey,
sit down and look at it.
Transform
for
into a
while.
bird and fly.
Not
shit,
yet.
Not yet.
What about a wyvern?
Ah, okay.
We've seen those.
No.
I can't fly yet.
Wyverns are also too high challenge rating.
Yeah, there is that.
Boy, wouldn't that
Also,
be
it's
sweet.
a dragon, so it has to be a beast.
Little confusing
Like,
there.
yeah, wyverns are that weird gray area. So, but technically they're dragons in the monster manual.
Yeah.
So, all right.
I had a feeling those were off limits.
Yeah. So, you guys make your way and are
Oh, how much does it cost for the climbing kits?
25 each.
Marska bought it. Marska bought all of them.
Did she?
She
Yeah,
said
that's what she said.
Unless
Did
you
she
want to
already
give
pay
her
for it?
gold. I assume
I might
so.
do that.
Unless you want to throw her some gold to help.
I would do that.
Okay, so just when she comes back,
I'll let
you
her know.
guys
I
can
pay for
chat.
half
Okay,
for sure.
sounds good to me. So, on your way out of Horadine's hamlet, making your way towards the Deadwood. The first day of travel, who is keeping watch?
I guess I will.
Okay.
Okay, sure. Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Perkle. Hey, that's pretty good. Perception 21.
21. Nice.
21.
The road, let's go ahead and switch our map here, actually.
Merp.
You guys, Merp. What the hell? Oh, I'm not on. Hold on, it'll take me a second here.
Wow.
I know I'm the worst. The first day of travel is uneventful. The clouds, though, begin to move in from the east and are starting to look threatening. So, as you guys begin to lay down and make camp, go back to the Andoran Kingdom page here. There we go. Let it load up. You guys begin to make camp. Who is keeping watch? Oh, and Klobar would have, before you guys left, would have said his goodbyes. And,
Oh yeah, I forgot he
made-
wasn't coming with us.
yeah.
I made him a special to-go dish before I cleaned up the night before of a dish from his homeland with my own little touch
Twist
to
on
it.
He's
Yeah.
very appreciative, and with a tear, he bids you all farewell and makes his way first to Andorra and then to Orialis.
Flint is crying and he's just like, oh, I miss that lanky guy.
Yep. All right. So, end of the first day goes by uneventfully. Are you guys going to which direction are you going to follow? Are you going to head up through the Oh, Kakira told you guys. Okay, cool. So
I was
probably
like,
be up
whatever
around there.
Kakira said.
Yeah, whatever Kakira said. So, making your way north, at the end of the first day, you guys make camp at the edge of a lake. Who is keeping watch?
Fishing.
Who's keeping first watch? You said
Did
Flint?
you see fishing?
Yes.
Flint is at the end. That's what he's spending his evening doing, fishing.
Ideally, it would be Marsica, but
But Heaven is
Heaven,
apparently not at the
Noah
end.
Stock, he.
Yeah.
She'll be back.
I'm just
I
trying to
can do
catch
it
some good
for
fish.
now, unless
Okay.
Kakira wants to.
I was gonna say, or Sika can.
I'll take the second watch.
Okay, I'll do the first one then.
Okay. Calvio.
Oh,
making for-
Marsica's got to go last anyway. That's right. Marsica's last.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a perception check, Calvio.
Oh, that's not as good. 12. Thank you, plus 6.
12?
Oof.
Okay. nothing too interesting. You see that the clouds have begun to cover even more. The stars are no longer visible, and you watch just the surface of the lake. And your watch goes by uneventfully.
Noise.
Who's next? Kakira, go ahead and make me a perception check.
21.
21. I'm assuming you're watching from your normal perch.
Yes, from the tree.
Yeah. You see, off in the distance, at the other edge of the lake, just very faintly, a small light. Doesn't seem to be like these orbs that you've seen before. It's like a firelight off in the distance.
Is our fire out?
What would you guys have done with the fire as you're traveling?
Is it pretty cold out without the fire?
It's chilly with the clouds coming in.
I mean, if we saw the rain coming, I don't know if we would have kept the fire lit anyway.
I mean, it's good camping
I'd say
practice to
we
put the
put it
fire
out.
out anyway, so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so put the fire out.
Sorry,
You wanna
what's
sleep?
happening?
You
I'm
guys
sorry.
are-
We put
This
the fire out.
This is the end of the first day of your guys' journey towards the Deadwood.
Okay.
All right. That's all you really see at your watch, unless you're gonna do anything about it. The rest of your watch would go by uneventfully, and near the end of it, it's probably getting close to midnight at this point. You would see that light would be snuffed out.
When I could see it, was it like moving in a specific direction or anything?
Standing
Or was it just
still.
like sitting still?
Mhm.
Okay.
And snuffed out. Who's taking next watch? Siga. Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Well,
Got a 12. Since you guys are all relatively close to the lake, you're kind of drawn to this a bit. You take a second, you close your eyes, and then kind of like nodding back up, you see at the edge of the bank this two sets of eyes out of the lake that are just kind of like looking around.
Speak with animals. Do it. Do it.
You know what kind of animals would be in the lake?
Speak with animals. Do it. I'm not telling you anything. Do what you want.
Oh,
I just want you to talk with it because cool druid things.
I was gonna say, can Sika like tell what it is?
Make me a nature check.
Okie dokie. $14.
14. That I would say is enough. You, taking a look at it, these two eyes seem to be a little bulbous and they're sitting on top of the head, and you almost recognize it. It's rather large, but it looks to be a toad. A very big toad.
Let's see. Yeah, sure, why not? I'm a druid.
All right.
So I'm gonna cast just at first level, speak with animals, so I can see if I can talk to it.
All right.
And at first I'll be like, "Hello, I see you out there."
And immediately, you see the two eyes go.
I had a feeling because frogs.
And then you see like one eye kind of go above and like look above the lake.
Just call it again. Yes, I can see you out there.
And it would just, there'd almost be like this bubble that comes up, and you would just hear food.
I guess like with their, I don't know if feeding it is a good idea. We don't feed the wild animals.
It could help us later.
I don't know if it's gonna help us or if it's gonna want to eat us if it's that big.
You say
Well, if
like
it's not
look-
hungry, it's not gonna want to eat us.
Is it like big enough to like eat people, or is it just like
It's
big
like
toad?
looking at the size of what this toad would be, it would come up to probably like chest length with Flint.
God.
Oh, with Flint.
Oh, okay, so it's
I
not
was like,
that
it's
big
very
of a
different
toad.
than me.
With Flint. Yeah. So it's
Okay.
still pretty huge, but it's like a 3
Right.
foot tall for what a toad is. Like it's
Okay.
it's a giant toad. But
I don't
Choked
know.
on me.
Is there like any? Do I see any like scraps or anything?
there'd
Laying
probably
around.
be like scraps of food.
Flint's here. Are you
Yeah, I
kidding me?
was gonna.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if he would have left it out. That's how we get ants. So,
Yeah.
Ah,
but I'm not gonna wake him up to feed this.
make him up to feed the toad. He would totally be about it.
Yeah, I guess I'd see if I could just find some like, I don't know, like an apple or like, something like that, a chunk of bread or something like that.
Sure.
And then I'd probably
Easy enough.
throw it out to him and be like, "Do you want something like this?" And I'd like give it a toss out to him.
Oh,
So as you toss it out to him, you watch as the tongue comes out and grabs it and brings it back into its mouth, and kind of like chomps for a second, and then you watch as the two eyes go back under, and then 2 more sets come up
I like
after a
fucking
few
cats.
minutes.
Yes!
I'm gonna bring a horde of toads and
Please do! This is gonna be fucking incredible! I'm gonna shut up now. Okay.
Make me perception check.
Okay.
Also,
16.
16. You see off in the distance, like probably another 100 to 150 feet beyond where these toads currently are, you see another set of eyes kind of come up over the lake. This one is like a stalk, and there's like 3 eyes on that stalk.
Do I know what that is?
Make me a nature check.
King Toad.
A lake snail.
17.
17. You're not super sure what it is. With the bulge that's kind of under the water where it's at, it looks almost like another frog. But it's pretty big. Bigger than these ones.
Okay. I don't know if Siga likes his as odds. Sika would be like, "Sorry, frogs. That's all I've got." Or toads. He wouldn't say
Alright.
frogs. He would know better.
All right. They'll stay there for a moment, and you watch as they kind of turn back and they look at this thing that had 3 eyes and what sounds like ribbits to the rest of you. To Siga, it sounds like, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. And they have started turning back around, and these giant toads are starting to like crawl out of the lake off and head towards different parts of the underbrush in the woods.
Okay, so we've got the good toads and the bad toad in the water. Does the 3 eyes, do they move at all? Or have they just kind of stayed put?
They've stayed put currently,
Okay.
kind of watching. After about a minute, you see the eyes go below the lake surface.
Hey, Sika's gonna call out to the toads. Or are they like long gone at this point, or are they still kind of like just hiding in the underbrush?
You can call out and see.
Oh, okay. Toads, are you still there? What was that in the water?
Big, mean, big, long, 3 eyes, big mouth.
Side note, this is like my favorite thing right now. Okay. Thank you, toads. Be safe.
Be safe, big mouth, big mouth.
Okay. Okay. Sika would just kind of keep a mental note about the 3 eyes. And remember that the toads don't like him. He's probably gonna tell, when he wakes up, Marsica.
Okay.
For her watch. He's gonna let her know. He talked to toads, and they warned him about a potential 3-eyed monster in the lake, so just be careful around the water's edge.
With a big mouth, right?
Yeah. Oh, and I would mention to her that they are
Mean.
very large toads, but they seem to be friendly for the most part. They like food.
Okay.
All right. For point of reference, I'm assuming you guys like are not camping on the beach, but like on the grassy area.
Yeah,
Like there?
yeah.
Okay.
I kind of figured we weren't like
Yeah.
right on the water's edge.
Yeah,
That
I
sounds
was
dangerous and scary.
That'd be dumb.
I'm in a tree.
All right.
Nobody asked you, Patrick.
So
Well, I'm
it's
in
Yeah,
a
okay.
too.
since it's the rest of the night, and Marsica has had a chance to do her trance, she would be able to do the rest of the watch for the rest of the evening.
Ooh, elf.
So Marsica, go ahead and make me a perception check.
Jesus. 18.
18. Nice. Your eyes keep getting drawn back to this lake. At this point, there have been bits of the clouds have spread, and the moon is now shining through, and you can see its reflection on the waters. About 2 hours into your watch, you see an elk come out of the forest to drink some water. It takes quite It's drinking for a few minutes, and you watch as all of a sudden a giant tentacle flings out of the water, wraps around it, and pulls it in.
Oh, the poor elk. No, it was pretty. Well,
This is quite a ways off.
quite a ways off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're camped. Are we talking like parallel to the camp? Or are we talking like upstream a little bit, or
Upstream quite a bit.
okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, that must be the big scary thing that the frogs were talking about.
Mean dog, big mouth, three
Big
eyes.
Big eyes. Yeah, 3 eyes. So would I be able, like, if it came parallel to the camp, theoretically, would it be able to reach with what I just saw where we are? Like,
Not currently. Where you are, it's the reach that you had. It seemed this elk was right next to the water drinking.
so I'm not going to worry about it, but it is something I'm going to tell everybody about in the morning as my cool, awesome story from the night.
All right. Another hour goes into your watch, and you watch as these 3 eyes that Siga described to you kind of pop out of the water again and are just watching you guys. It seems to watch you for as long as you watch it. It stays there for probably about 20 minutes.
That's a long staring
It's
contest.
just looking and watching.
What did you say, Aber?
It's just looking and watching.
Okay. Yeah, okay. And what happens after the 20 minutes? Just go away?
It goes. Boom, and goes.
Was it closer than where I saw the tentacle earlier?
It was about where it kind of like reached from.
Okay. Okay, so it's still like up the stream, just hanging out over there.
No. So this thing, it did. So I understand what you're asking now. It did move to about. So if your camp is here, and then there's the water's edge, it's in the water, directly parallel to your camp, watching you.
And it's watching us. It's hungry. It wants to eat us. Okay. But from what I saw, we are still theoretically safe.
I mean, how would Marsica feel with the information she's been given?
I would say because it waited until the elk was up to the water, we are safe where we're at. We just shouldn't go to the beach right now.
No more flint fishing.
No more flint fishing, correct.
That's like a walking Happy Meal for that thing.
So she would keep an eye on it, especially, but she doesn't see a reason to raise the alarm and wake everybody up right now.
All right, fair enough.
That's going in the book.
I'm a walking Happy Meal for that thing.
Incredible.
After about 20 more minutes of watching, the sun is now currently coming over the edge of the horizon. You watch as the eyes show up again. It seems to take a step closer and move closer towards the beach.
It's moving toward the beach.
It's moving towards the beach.
Yeah. The sun's coming up I agree with what David is symbolizing.
As
So I'm gonna wake everybody up
it
early.
takes another step as you watch as this green head comes out of the lake's surface.
Yeah, okay, everybody best be up now. I'm like, yo, get your asses up.
All right. So you're yelling at everybody. This thing is currently barreling towards you now. It has now, as soon as you announce this alarm, you watch as it
Oh shit.
bursts out of the lake, and you see these 4 tentacles, 2 huge feet, and this strange frog-looking creature come out. I need all of you guys to roll initiative.
This'll be fine.
Stupid fucking frog thing.
By my ancestors' beards, can you imagine the frog legs I can make with that?
That's what we have a UPS
All right.
for.
What is
Have a
that
UPS
about?
for.
Oh, I don't want to go first.
So we'll just do Theater of the Mind for this, since there's only one monster.
I'll just zoom in
Okay.
on the lake that you have.
Okay,
Right.
sounds good. Just zoom in on the lake. What happened to my mouse? There we go. Turn order. Marsica, what'd you get?
20, and then for Fang. Oh god, I gotta pull up this
Yeah,
character.
Fang.
Bang, bang, bang. I add his dex, right? Correct?
Yep, that is correct.
Correct. Okay, so he had a 9.
Okay. Klobar is no longer here. Siga,
20.
20. Nice. So Marsica has higher dex, so she'll go first.
Sounds good.
Kakira, what'd you get?
Did you say Kakira?
Yep.
12.
12. Calvio,
19.
nice. Where's... Oh, Flint's not in here. Flint, what did you get?
19.
19. Okay.
Yeah.
And then,
Calvio will
me,
go
me
first.
first.
yeah, Calvio will go first. Man, you guys all rolled very similarly. All right. Descending.
We're here to get it done today.
All right, let's see how this thing rolls.
Stupid
Decently.
frog.
Stupid frog.
I hope I didn't entice this frog.
Do you have a picture of what we're looking at?
17.
By any chance?
I
If not, it's
do.
not a big deal.
Let me...
I would love
actually,
to see an image as well.
let me show you guys what you see coming out of this thing. See if I have it in Roll20. What? I don't have it in Roll20? That's an
I just
issue.
love your face when you watched me do that.
What?
I was so confused.
It was a bug. I killed it.
I'm going to put it in our chat real quick.
Woo!
See if it'll let me do it with just copying.
Posting in the wrong chat.
Boba angry. That is the thing you see coming out of the lake.
Oh.
What chat did this go to?
Yeah, what chat? Which one?
RTA player
Discord.
chat in the Discord.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's all good.
Oh.
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 But look at the
Mean,
thing above
long,
Oh.
big mouth.
Yep.
3 eyes.
What
Patrick, I
the
really
Tentacles.
appreciate your picture.
it.
That's
Um,
hilarious.
So
Oh, my
it's,
anger.
it
Oh,
had...
God.
Wow.
This, and he rolled a 17.
That's a little
Very big.
terrifying.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
Marsica, you're first on your feet.
Good. Makes sense because I'm like literally watching it come out of the water at us.
Yep. So what are you
There.
Okay. So let's bonus action Hunter's mark onto this sucker.
Oh, I do have one. There we go. Let me put it out on there so that I can keep track of its hit points.
How does this all work again? Okay. Okay. She is going to shoot, and as she shoots, she's going to say the words to Oathbow the guy as well. Might as
Right.
well. Big ol' nasty mean frog, 3 eyes, tongue.
All right.
Okay. How does attacking work again? Right. Okay. Let's 24 to hit.
24 to hit. That does hit.
Okay, and then I got a math now. Okay, so it's 3d6 for the Oathbow.
I'm just gonna bring you guys
Plus
out
the
onto the board.
8 d6 d6.
Oh, did we get our long rest before this?
You haven't completed it yet,
Okay.
so it's just near the end of it.
Gonna go back for like a 30-minute snooze.
I would say actually, it's within that hour. You would have gotten the long rest actually because it's the hour after which. So.
Cool.
Oh, nice.
That is
Are
Are you
helpful.
shrinking that down at all, or?
Okay, Hunter's Mark and
What are you saying, Mike?
I was gonna ask if you were shrinking it down more, or.
I'm shrinking your guys' character tokens down. I'm not shrinking this thing down quite yet.
Just super zoomed in on the lake, and we're super massive. compared to-
Oh, that's right. You guys are super zoomed in. Like, let me fix that then for you.
there's 10, 15, 21, 28 plus 5. 33 points of damage.
33 points of
Damn.
damage. Nice.
33?
Damn.
Thanks to the Oathbow. That Oathbow. I rolled real good for the Oathbow.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and then I do another attack, and we decided the Oathbow only works on the first attack?
It works on both, but you can only, I looked it up, it works on both attacks, but you can only use it once a day. Like, it only works on one creature per day.
Okay, yeah, okay, cool. So for my second attack, I still have to do all the Oathbow damage.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure, as long as we're attacking this creature anyway.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a 26.
Alright.
Not
Marcy says, fuck no, and kills this monster before any of us actually get out of it.
You gotta shoot it in the eyes.
Oh my god.
Blinded.
So,
15, 18.
No.
22 points of damage for that one. I
22 points of
don't
damage.
add the +5 for the second one, right?
you do have the plus
It's gonna
5.
hurt.
I do have the +5 still?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 27 points of damage.
Alright. Cool. Got it marked.
So how much was that total?
That was a lot. That
27
was,
and 33.
that was 50 points. A little over 50 points of damage in the first opening round.
Jessica hurts.
Alright, is that
That was
what
just her first turn.
Mm-hmm. So, what else are you doing anything else on your turn? Bonus action or movement?
Similar to the thing.
You are currently probably about 30 feet away from it at this point.
Oh,
And it's barreling towards us.
It's going like its tentacles are like flapping in the air as it's moving towards you guys.
Oh my god.
I'll just use some movement to kind of also like back up a little bit.
Back up.
So-
How much movement are you using?
Let's go back 10 feet.
Back 10 feet. So you are now a total of 40 feet away from it.
Okay, let's go. We'll do that in case it, for
Okay.
whatever reason, stops where it's at. But hopefully it doesn't destroy me in a minute.
All right, Siga, you're up. What are you doing?
Yeah. Okay. Sika is gonna try to slow it down. So centered on this monster, he's gonna cast Entangle.
Okay. What save is that?
It's a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You gotta pass a 14.
Succeeds with a 16. No, with a 17.
I have
This thing,
you.
like, as you cast it down, it just like its big feet, like it doesn't seem to hold its large form.
Okay. Let's see. Then, in that case, okay, that's it for right now.
Okay, cool.
That's all I got.
Then we are now to Calvio. What are you doing?
How far away is this thing from me?
It is currently, I would say, since Marsica would probably be about 10 feet in front of you guys, keeping watch. It's probably currently 30 feet away from you.
Okay. Then I'm not gonna do that yet. Where'd it go? I guess I'm just gonna. It doesn't look like super hurt after Marska hit it.
It looks like it took a couple of good hits, but it's still pretty chunky, pretty beefy.
Poop. Okay. I'm just gonna bonus action Blade Sing.
All right.
And then I'm gonna cast Blur.
All right, buffing up.
And gonna go after the thing. I'm gonna
You're
start
running towards it, meeting it.
Yep.
Okay. How
So I'll
close are you
take
moving?
my go features and trait. God, it's been so long since I've done this.
I know.
Click the button. Thank you. Okay, I'm just trying to get my AC to go up.
Good.
And I get 40 feet. Okay, yeah. I don't know. Close enough so that I'm the first thing it sees and wants to fuck with.
Okay.
But not. Well, I guess if I go any closer, it's gonna be in melee range with it anyway. So I'll just go up in his business. Let's go.
All right, full 30 feet, getting in his business.
40 feet.
So you're getting right up to him.
I am getting in his business.
All right, sounds good. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
At his toesies.
All
Are you an attacking route?
right.
Oh wait, no, never mind.
I can't. I use my
Yeah.
bonus action and my action.
So, as you get close to it, you watch as its eyes, which were fixated on Marsica first, then looks at you since you've gotten into its. Oh wait, no, it's Flint's turn, isn't it? Flint, your go. Not the Froggenbot's turn yet.
Okay.
Sorry.
These are Bob's people.
So is Calvio within 60 feet?
Cavio's right up next to it right now.
Yeah, but is he within 60
I'm
feet
sure.
of where
I can
am?
only
I
run
think
40
so.
feet away from
Yes,
you.
he
so.
is.
Okay, as my bonus action, I'm gonna give him Bardic Inspiration. It's a
Okay.
D8.
You can add that to an attack roll.
Oh, this thing is gonna get so boned.
I am then going to point at it, and I'm going to say Flint's Gigglebouts.
All right.
And I am going to cast Flint's Gigglebouts.
All right. So basically, hideous laughter, right?
Yep,
Is that what it was? Okay. You can see.
DC is 15.
Okay, let me look at this.
Let's giggle
This
about.
is amazing.
You watch as You say these words, and they do not find purchase in this creature. It seems to have an intelligence less than 4.
Ah, damn.
I'm sorry, that was a really good idea. That would have been really cool if it would have worked.
Been really fucking funny
would've
to
been
watch
really
this thing
good.
start laughing.
I know.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
I
It's
really wanted to see it.
Its intelligence is 2.
Damn.
Yep.
That's
Okay.
low.
Are you doing anything else on your turn? Because that was a bonus action, bardic inspiration, action, spell.
Mhm.
What about movement?
I'ma just stand my ground.
Stand your ground, 30 feet away. Okay. It is now the Froggenbot's turn. It is going to take one of its attacks, and you watch as its tentacle wraps around and attempts to strike Calvio.
It has disadvantage.
Oh, man. How does it have disadvantage? Oh, blur.
I'm
That's right.
blur.
Good thing 2. Caused it to roll a 2. That is 12 to hit.
No.
Okay.
Not even close.
Then, being frustrated,
I like being wizard tank. This is fun.
Oh my gosh. I'm sure Aaron loves you.
yeah.
No.
Being frustrated, it's then going to take its bite attack and try and bring itself down to strike it where Calvio is.
Hey.
That is going to be a 24 to hit. Is it still disadvantaged
Shield.
because of blur?
Shield.
Okay. Is it still a disadvantage because of blur? Is that always a thing?
It's always disadvantage, yeah.
Okay, so then with the disadvantage, just so you don't have to expend shield if you don't want to,
Yeah, I don't want to, but I will.
that's a 17 to hit. Which,
Oh, no.
No? Okay.
No.
Gotta love AC tanks. Alright. That's the end of its turn. It has 2 attacks. Then now we are
So is it like
to...
dazed because it smacked its face in the ground? Like,
it currently like smacked its face in the ground. Is like for a second.
It rattled that little intelligence it had around
Yep.
a little bit.
probably a lot of
Brain-
it. Boing, boing, boing.
It is now Kakira's turn.
Oh, how angry does it, or how beat up does it look?
Not very.
Okay. I will cast 2nd level guiding bolt.
All right. Go ahead and make me an attack roll.
That's really unfortunate. 10.
10 total.
Yeah.
You watch as you unleash this guiding bolt, still trying to bring the crust out of your eyes from just waking up, and the bolt goes wide.
Okay, then I would like to use my bonus action to cast spiritual weapon.
All right, spiritual weapon. What kind of weapon comes out? Oh, it's a gravestone.
Yeah, it's the tombstone.
The tombstone apparates, and are you gonna smack this thing?
I'm gonna thwack him in the eye.
All right, go ahead and make me an attack roll.
Okay, hopefully this goes better. Yeah, that's much better. I think that's a 26.
That hits.
Cool. Gotta remember which dice you use. Well, 6. 6 points of force damage.
6 points of force damage. Nice. Like that. Okay. Is that the end of your turn? Are you?
Yes.
Here we are. Okay. It is now Fang's turn.
So Fang, is he within 40 feet of the big old monster?
Currently. Yep.
Alright, so he's gonna charge up to the monster and bite it.
Run up and bite it. All right.
Yeah. This is... So he has advantage because he also has Calvio up there.
make me an
Right.
attack roll.
Heck yeah. Where's my... Ah, there it is. +4. Oops. Yeah, it's +4. Oh. Well, he's not gonna bite him.
All right.
He rolled a
Comes in.
12.
Yep. Runs in for a bite, and he chomps down, but it's almost not strong enough. This creature's skin is too tough for Fang to bite through. Is that the end of Fang's turn?
Yeah, that's the end. Oh, wait! Advantage! I didn't do advantage!
Oh,
Well,
okay. We'll roll with advantage.
Sorry!
No, you're all good.
Oh, that wasn't much better, though. 13 now.
Just misses.
Same.
Can't get through. Yeah,
Yep.
just misses. All right. We are now to Marsica. Siga is on deck.
Oh, cool. She hits. Boop, 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 boop. 26.
For the first attack, you're shooting it twice?
Huh?
You saying it twice? You're shooting it twice?
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna shoot it twice. You want me to do both attack rolls right now?
Sure. Yeah, if you're gonna attack it twice, just roll twice and see if both hit, so you can roll the damage dice together.
Second one was a 20.
Okay, both hit. Yeah.
Okay, so first attack. This is gonna be a lot of math. 2. Okay, well, kind of some low rolls here. 4, 6, 12, 17, 22 points of damage for the first hit.
22 for the first hit.
Okay. 6, 12. Really? Same? 22 for the second hit.
All right. Damn.
That was low rolls. That was like mostly 2s.
Damn. I'm gonna have to check that and make sure. See what the weapon says. That's a lot of damage.
The weapon
lot
of
says. Do you want me to?
No, it's okay. We don't have to do that right now. I can check it out later. It's no big deal. So you watch as Marsica unleashes 2 arrows, striking true in its side. Is at the end of Marsica's turn. Are you staying put? You are currently 40 feet away from it.
I'll move a little closer. I'll move back 10 feet, so I'll be back within 30 feet of it.
You're back
Since
within 30 feet.
Calvio's taken its attention.
Okay.
Was this the first hit since spiritual weapon?
Yeah, it was.
Or not
but
spiritual weapon, or not.
he missed with.
He
the
missed.
guiding
Never
bolt.
mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. I'm
All good.
stupid.
No worries.
So much to keep up
Sorry.
with.
Yeah. No worries at all. That's the end
I
of
was
Marsica's
sneaky.
turn. Siga, you are up. Calvio is on deck.
Okay, so Calvio is still like all up in the monster's business, right? So like if I put
Fang.
something within that has like a 20-foot radius, Calvio would also be affected by said thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Unless you make it so that he is on the edge of said radius. If you can cast that far.
I mean, I definitely can. I don't know if that's how this works.
I mean,
So what are you trying to cast?
Okay. Yeah, I was like, I might as well just say, I was thinking about potentially casting like Erupting Earth, but just where it would just hit the creature, but not
What's-
necessarily hurt Calvio.
What's your range on it?
The range is 120 feet. But
You
it's a
can
20-foot
position it in
radius.
such a way that it
Where
hurts
it's
the
back
creature
far
and
enough.
and it won't hit Calvio. It'll get pretty close
Perfect.
and probably scare the shit out of him, but it won't hurt him.
Perfect. Sounds like a
I
great
was about to
idea.
say that sounds like exactly something she would do.
Yes. Okay.
So, what is erupting Earth?
Then yeah.
What does it have
Huh?
to do?
Okay. So it's a dexterity saving throw. It's 14 is the save. And I need my d12s.
All right.
No matter what.
What's the save?
14.
14 dexterity.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, that's gonna fail.
Sweet. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a second. I've got to roll some d12s.
I don't know that spell. Erupting Earth.
Where's... Okay, there it is.
Oh shit. Oh.
Okay, so that's 20 bludgeoning damage.
20 bludgeoning damage. As you
guys
see
hurt.
the earth around it begin to move. It's looking pretty hurt now.
So just to let you guys know now, as you guys move, the edge of this 20-foot cube and back from where he is all difficult terrain until it's been cleared now.
All right. Difficult terrain
See
behind
this
it.
and be like, "Are you trying to kill me?"
All
He
right.
could be like, "Well, you got close."
Calvio, you're up. Unless Siga would like to move.
No, Siga's good.
Okay.
Siga's
Calvio,
good hanging out the back.
you're good.
For some swashbuckling, I'm gonna do my first smacky with my rapier, and this one will have sneak attack because Fang.
Okay.
Oh, and I get to is the D8 to the roll or the damage
The roll
for Bardic Inspiration?
to hit.
Okay. D8. Here we go. Okay. Don't fuck me, dice. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits.
Actually, it's a lot more than that because plus things, but
Oh, God.
20 plus things. Yeah, it's actually 27, but you know.
It still hits. It hits even harder than it did.
1d8 plus 4 plus a d6. Okay. 10 to 14 points of flashing.
That's
Piercing.
much slinging.
14.
14
So
points of
mash,
piercing
ringing.
damage.
Sorry, it's been a minute. And then I'm
All
gonna
good.
take my second attack with the Traveler. This one does not have Bardic Inspiration
No, since you used it.
and does not have Sneak Attack. Okay.
Do you have extra
He-
attack as? Oh,
I mean,
it's
I'm
the
dual wielding.
offhand. That's right. I
Yeah.
forgot you're dual wielding.
Yeah, 10 plus 8, 18.
That hits.
D6. First ferv. 6. Plus 5, 11 points of...
Wait, did you roll a hit
Slashing
on that one? I
damage.
don't remember.
Yeah, it was 18 to hit.
Okay, 11 points of slashing damage.
Yes.
Okay, slash through, cutting through its leg, feeling like you sever a few tendons. It kind of buckles.
For all the rock I threw at it, I'd hope so.
Yeah, along with the rocks and the Calvio cutting through it. Is that the end of your turn? Are you gonna stay there? Or are you
Yep.
gonna move?
Oh, I'm sitting right here. Look at me, dumb frog.
Flint. Flint is up.
Would say its head and where its eyes are and everything be 10 feet away from where Calvio is?
Yeah, thereabouts. It's
Okay,
it's
I'm
about
gonna-
10, 15 tall, 10, 15 feet tall.
All right, I'm gonna use Shatter on that thing's head.
So it's out of Calvio's range.
Yeah, so it doesn't hurt
Alright.
Calvio.
Constitution saving throw, correct?
I believe so. Yes.
All right. If it is Constitution, That is a 22 to save.
Oh shit!
Alright, it is a 15 DC,
So
so.
it takes half damage.
Damn.
Feel good.
I will cast it as a 3rd level, though.
All right. So what do we got here?
So, 13 total, I believe.
No, wait. Why is it 13 total? Oh, 4. There we go. Then plus these 3. Yep, 13 total. Since it succeeded, it goes down to half. So it takes 6 points of damage from that. And a loud is heard
Alright.
in the surrounding forest.
Bonus action, I'm gonna give Marsica Bardic Inspiration.
All right.
Nice.
Guys, I'm standing right here.
See, Calvio's like the earth is moving underneath him. There is sound happening above him. And there's
Sky's
this giant
exploding.
frog
The
creature.
ground's exploding.
Yep.
Stop blowing holes in my ship.
Is that Flint's turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right. This creature is all right. Above a 10, it's going to be too frustrated to keep attacking Calvio. It is too frustrated. It does not seem to find its quarry. So, it is going to move forward, incurring an attack of opportunity from Calvio, moving further into the group.
Go, gadget. Rapier.
How much damage? What did he hit?
Oh, 15.
15 just hits.
Yes.
Gonna roll for damage.
D8 plus 4. I rolled pretty low. 10 points of piercing.
10
Gryffindor.
points of piercing damage.
10 points to Gryffindor.
You stick it in its calf as it moves past you. Marsica, now it has moved closer to you. And since you've been the one that has been striking it so much, y'all are gonna watch as a tongue comes out of its mouth. And it's going to attempt to strike Marsica with its tongue.
No.
Oh no!
Wait, what about Fang? Was Fang right there by
Fang
Cal?
will
Oh, yeah,
also get
Fang
the
gets
attack of
opportunity.
opportunity attack. Yep, go ahead and do that for Fang.
Go
Good
Fang! Go Fang!
Advantage, right? You get advantage?
He would
I
get
mean, I'm
advantage
still right there.
because he's right there. Yeah.
Cool.
I'm glad it's
I forgot
not
what it.
attacking me anymore.
Okay, 16.
16 does hit.
Okay. Is it 2d4? Triangles, please. Where's one? That's not a triangle. That's a triangle. Pyramid. Come here. Ooh, nice. 7. 11 points of, what is it, piercing?
Damn.
Piercing damage. Yes.
Nice. This thing's looking real hurt. And it has to make a strength saving throw or be knocked prone, correct?
Yeah.
For Fang's
To
attack.
any to creature that yeah.
I am going to give it advantage because that seems ridiculous to me that Fang would be able to do this.
I agree. That's why I went wide-eyed.
I don't.
But
If
Yeah,
We-
you
we
should be
heard
able to do it just
it-
fine.
it saves.
Yeah.
It saves. It saves just
He
fine.
tripped over Fang.
It saves just fine.
LOL.
But Marsica, this tongue is going to come out and it's going to latch onto your chest, and you're going to watch as it's going to pull you from where you are towards its mouth, and it's going to attempt to make a bite attack as a bonus action against you as you're pulled right into it.
do I not get a saving throw or anything against this?
So it hit you, and this is what it does, and now it's gonna try and bite down and try and bite you as a bonus action. All right. That's a 14 to hit with the bite.
Nope.
Doesn't hit.
Get out of
Alright.
here.
So all it does is pull you right next to it. You manage to pull yourself off before it chomps down. And since that it was its bonus action, it still has one more attack, and it's gonna try and come down again. That's a 23 to hit.
Oh shit.
Well, that hits.
Alright.
Oh.
So, all of you watch. First, you're going to take.
That sounds like a lot of dice.
16 points of piercing damage as it bites down on you. And then the rest of you are going to watch as this thing pulls Marsica in using its tentacles and pulls her into its mouth. And it kind of like swallows down. This thing has engulfed Marsica.
Wait, okay.
That's gross.
So,
How much
Marsica,
damage
you
did-
still... let me check here.
Plan.
At the start of the Froggenbot's turn, so you're not gonna take damage yet.
Okay. So I'm just swallowed whole. Hopefully, I took a good breath.
You are currently.
Hope you have a dagger.
You are currently swallowed by this thing, and you can feel its saliva starting to burn you. Hasn't done damage yet. That's the end of the Froggenbot's turn. It is now Kakira's turn.
How close is this thing to Kakira?
Probably within 10 feet at this point.
Oh. Oh, good.
It is weighted into your group.
Okay, I'm gonna use Channel Divinity as an action, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna use my Channel Divinity for... Hold on, I have to go find it. What's it called? Path to the Grave.
All right.
So I'm cursing it, and the next time me or an ally hits it with an attack, the creature is vulnerable to all of that attack's damage.
Hell yeah.
And then I'm gonna smack it.
All right, you're gonna smack it with your thing. Go ahead and make it
Yeah.
make an attack roll.
Oh, tombstone.
I don't hit it.
Oh no! You miss with the tombstone. Is that the end of Kakira's turn? Are you flying away? Or are you staying there?
I'm going to fly away.
All right, it's Fang's turn. Heaven, what is Fang doing?
I guess he's gonna run. Well, okay. So how close is he to it now?
Fang is currently about 20 feet away from it.
Okay.
Give or take.
Okay. And then is Calvio up to it yet, or it
Not yet.
just
It's
ran?
not my turn yet. It ran from me.
Okay. So he's gonna run up to it and he's gonna attempt to bite it. He just doesn't get
Advantage.
bonus. Advantage. That's what I'm looking for. That's a 20. 19 plus 4. 23. There we go.
That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll the damage for Fang.
This is 6 plus. What did I say it was before? Plus 4? 2d4 plus 4. Is that what it is? Come here. Okay, so that's a 10 points of piercing damage.
10 points
From Fang.
doubled to 20 because of Kakira's Channel Divinity. So,
Yeah!
you watch as Fang rushes up and chomps down right where Calvio had hit before. And he hits an artery as it begins to bleed out. It falls to the ground and then moves forward and slumps dead.
Avio is immediately going to get Marsica
So
out of this thing's mouth.
We're still in
Oh, yeah.
initiative order because she's still in the
Tonight.
mouth. Yeah, so we're still in initiative order because she's currently engulfed by this thing. That's the end of Fang's turn. Right?
Yes.
Okay, Marsica, if you're going to try and escape, since where you go here? We'll say since this thing is kind of, it's a massive creature on top of you, if you would like to try to escape from its stomach, then you'd have to, how are you going to try and escape? You give your action.
So, I'm assuming I would still have to use a bonus action to switch to my short swords.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so she would switch to her short swords, using her bonus action to do that. And then she would use her main attack to try to cut her way out of it.
Okay. So, using the short swords to cut your way out of it, you will take, where are we at here?
So I'm also assuming I can't see much in that thing, even though I have dark vision.
Yeah, you can't really see very much because there's not much light coming out. But with your swords, you manage to pull yourself out, only taking 2 points of acid damage, not being in there that long.
Incredible. Okay, and I didn't take any other damage.
You took the, what was it, the 16 from the initial bite.
16, okay.
And then the 2 acid damage.
I didn't hear the original number. That's why I tried
okay.
asking, but that's all right. All right, now we've got it. All right,
Yeah.
cool. Thank you.
Yeah, and it's all a little quiet. This thing is now slumped up against the ground.
Frogs, food.
Oh my gosh.
You have saved our lives. We are eternally grateful.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There would be a couple of ribbits coming from some of the underbrush. So what are you guys doing?
I guess when I climbed out of the thing, I'd be just like, just like, ugh.
Yeah, you all see Marsica climbing out of the mouth of this thing, just covered in slime and, like, stomach acid, basically.
Well, that's
Well,
gross.
It's a good
Sika
thing
would-
there's a lake right there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Sika'd be like, I would say go wash off in the water, but, I don't know, maybe give it a few minutes.
Flint looks at the group and he's like, alright, who started this?
I was asleep. I woke up and saw a big 3-eyed frog over here running at us.
Started it, if that's what your question is, because it came out of the water at us. I tried to wait as long as possible to say anything, because
Alright, I'm not trying to point fingers, but it seems an odd amount of creatures saying to go out of their way to go after our group. And I think there's a coincidence to this somewhere.
Could it be the fact that we make smelly food every night?
Flint just like sits on the ground and he starts stroking his beard, like lost in thought. Just like,
Sika would suddenly seem very sheepish and would be like, well, I did talk to the toads last night, but I didn't talk to this one.
So maybe
That's
it felt
not a
lonely.
I don't think so. The other toads warned me about this one, that it was big and scary and mean. But he wasn't threatening at the time. Be like one of the first times you guys have seen Sika, kind of embarrassed.
Womp.
Once Marsica does get washed off, Kakira's gonna give her a potion of healing.
thank you. Okay, I'm gonna carefully walk over, because this thing is gonna be disgusting, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, do I see any danger in the goddamn river?
In the lake? Go ahead and make your
Wait.
perception check.
Oh.
honestly, Sika would probably go with you because he feels so bad, and he's probably like apologizing and asking if you need anything.
Right. Oh, Sika's great.
Sika feels a little guilty.
Fine. That's a 14. 14.
14. Search. Looks clear to you. What you can
Okay.
see. At the far end of the lake, it looks like it turns into almost like this marshland sort of deal. There are tall reeds and such. But other than that, looks fine.
Okay. I'm putting my ankles in the water, and I'm just like, I don't want to get super deep, but I'm just like splashing the water onto me.
All right. So you eventually wash all of the gunk from this creature. You all pack up camp and go along your way. Yeah?
Breakfast. Breakfast is always a must.
After you eat breakfast, since Flint is insisting.
Well, how much does the healing potion?
It does 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. Thank you.
Are you going to
So
use it right now?
I'm gonna use it before we get going. I think that'd be.
Are we sitting down to eat breakfast
That's up to you guys.
before we leave?
I would assume so. That's what Flint
Marsica?
usually does.
He wants to leave, but also sitting down sounds like a good idea. So, whatever the group wants to do.
I think it'd be good to sit and eat for a little bit just to catch our breath before we start
I
traveling.
would encourage
I'm
sitting
gonna-
down while eating.
So would this be considered a short rest?
No
If you
fast
guys would
food.
like to take a short rest here, you can.
Yes.
Because I would definitely like to arcane recovery if I
Yeah.
could.
You can definitely do that. Remember that I usually only allow 2 short rests per day. Going
Okay.
forward. So this can be one of your guys' short rests.
I mean, we don't have to.
Yeah, you guys, it's up to
I'm
you.
I'm
down
just saying,
for it.
if we are, I'm using it. If we're just up and out, then I'll save it.
It takes Flint time to cook food, and Marsica's got to wash off everything, so a short rest sounds like
Okay,
a feasible
cool. Then I will
idea.
use it.
All right.
I get
So-
my blur back.
Blur.
Blur.
So, you all taking a minute, eating your breakfast, getting cleaned off from whatever that thing was, eventually pack up your camp, and continue to make your way towards the mountains. Who's keeping watch?
Kira.
Kakira's keeping watch. Go ahead and make me a perception check.
14.
14. Other than the birds and random animals that you see throughout the forest and the different grasslands you pass through, seems to go by uneventfully. Near the end of your day, you come across the start to where you think the best pass is to get up. There is a large mountain face and several different paths, like for Flint with his mount, and other creatures around here that seem to scale the mountain if Sika would like to take time to watch. But you have come to the first point to scale and head up into the mountains. So we'll go ahead and stop there for tonight and continue with your mountain pass trek next time. Woo.
Hell,
Go ahead.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's
Nice
the-
job, guys. First
Before
combat
we-
in a while.
Yeah.
yeah.
Stupid frog.
Yeah, stupid frog. I agree.
Before we end, did you want to say something, Kakira?
Yeah, well, I just forgot to give Marsica the gold for the climbing stuff.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
And I don't know if Marsica actually paid for it or not. I don't remember.
Yeah, it would have been 75 gold in all for 3 different kits. If you bought 4 kits, it's 100 gold in all.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe by 4. I would pay half of it.
Okay. So I only need to remove the 50 then.
Yeah, so both of you go ahead and remove 50.
Okay. Remove.
Something I forgot to ask at the beginning of the session, Aaron. I talked about how I was sending letters to check up with the guards and their investigation with the leads in the sewers, and you told
Yep.
me to remind you, and I forgot. So what's the deal with that?
There would not be a response yet back from when you sent, but your
Okay.
letters have been sent, and they are being. You assume they are being addressed.
Okay.
From what's happening in
Cool.
Aura. Cool.
All right.
All right. So
All
those
right.
who were watching, thanks, and hope you have a good night. And let me go here. Boop-a-doo.